TV and I saw a clip of Zelensky. And he was live streaming, he was on his phone. And as he's live streaming on his phone, it's clear he's pretty sure he's in his presidential office, whatever they call it. That's what it looked like. And he's walking into his presidential office. He sits down at his desk and starts talking on camera, and he puts his cell phone down. Is there any possibility that we've given them Patriot missiles, like they have them in there? That's pretty cocky shit, saying this is where I'm at. Try and get me. That's what he just did. That's what I just saw. What do they have over? They're doing pretty good. But I think a lot of times we don't really know what's going on. It's like it seems like Russia's been like just pulled into a trap at times. Could we have given him Patriot missiles? Because why else would he be going into his presidential office? He's live streaming. And then he sits down in front of a camera. He's making a point that, look, I'm not afraid of you. I'm in my office. I'm not underground. Those Patriot missiles, I think that they can put them on a trailer. They're mobile, like a round trailer, because they need to move. And they'll shoot down missiles. They'll shoot down anything that's moving, and they're highly effective. I bet we gave them Patriots. I bet that there's plenty of Patriots over in Europe right now. And my guess is that they pulled them in through, like, there's all this, like, sort of like Putin does disinformation, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of disinformation out there. We could do it too. So, would Putin fall for this trap? I mean, like, look, it's not even a trap. It's just saying, I'm not afraid. I'm going up in my office. You could shoot a missile here. Like, there's sort of stuff that hasn't transpired yet. Like, the capital hasn't really been. I mean, the Ukrainians are still in there. The people from Ukraine still have that. That's their space. That hasn't been taken away. What do they have in there is the question. Like, do they have just like the 1,000? What did the Germany give them? 1,000 stingers and 1,000 javelins. No, 500 stingers, 500,000 javelins, something like that. That's enough to take care of every tank and every helicopter Putin has over there. Like, do they have everything in that city, like, that they're holding off great? And then, like, their only problem is how do we get replenishments? How do we get food? What about it? Are we really getting involved if we're dropping it by air to them? Oh, because we'd have to enter that airspace, and then we might get in a fight with Russia. We'd shoot them down, and then we got a bigger problem. How do you get a semi truck full of food and stuff? They could give them MRE. They could give them stuff like that. To say, like, look, you're gonna have to find your own water. Here's some of those pills that they give you when you're in the military to, like, it's chlorine you put in the water to kill all the contaminants. And by the way, here are the Patriot missiles we want you to have, and here's some more javelins, and you just keep the capital. Because there is this thing, like, Zelensky's smart. He wouldn't be, like, going in to his office unless he knew he was safe. He's not going to be like, just kill me. What was that? I was like, instantly, I'm like, holy crap! The guy's walking into his office. There's Russia has missiles that they can fire from Russia. They have stuff that they can just fire from Russia. They don't even need to be in the Ukraine. And besides, they're saying that part of the Ukraine is theirs anyway. They could just fire from wherever they want. We'll find out in the end, like what happened, what we gave them. We know some of it, and obviously they've killed, or they've shot. Man, there's like 4,000 Russians dead or more. What was it? 40 or 50 tanks. At Russia's tanks are kind of cheap at 4 million a piece. Ours are about 12, I think, depending, or more. Or, a bunch of helicopters, some jets. It's getting expensive, Putin. You have, I mean, come on, Vlad, why don't you just go home and just say, oh, I made a mistake, and then you have the issue of your domestic problems at home. Your domestic problems at home, Vlad, I wish you could see this. They're just going to get worse. How many people were arrested in Russia the other day? 8,000? One day? People are finding out about it. I listened to some captured Russian soldiers, like one a lieutenant colonel. I don't know. They were supposedly officers. He had a piece of paper with him. And he had notes on it. He said, "Look, I just wanted to show you. I'm not reading anything. These are notes that I made before I came up here." And it was just sort of like we didn't know what we were getting into. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, at least two of them were police officers. Maybe the lieutenant colonel. I'm not sure, but the two said that, we were taken off of duty and like we were supposed to come over here to do some kind of like, they were hornswoggled. And that's pretty much what the lieutenant colonel was saying, was like, look, I feel terrible about this. I didn't really know what was going on. We weren't told. We get over here and then we're just told to do this. We were sort of stuck. And, he's like, it's on us. It's on us. He didn't seem like he had a gun to his head. He talked for quite a bit. And he seemed sincere. Now, it was, I was reading what he was saying, but his voice sounded like he was sincere. And then, what's her name? The lead singer of Pussy Riot? She listened to it and she said, look, I speak Russian. Clearly, I'm Russian. And he seemed sincere, like that was real. I mean, she knows that Putin's a piece of shit. But how many years did she have to do for writing a song about Putin? She got taken away from her 4-year-old daughter for like years and had to do 12-hour days of hard labor. I think that they had her making military uniforms or something. She was for 2 years, maybe 4 years. I don't know. It was a couple years at least for writing a song about Putin. I don't know where she's stationed at right now. I don't think that she lives in Russia. I wouldn't. I would have figured out a way to get the fuck out of there. And I've seen her on talk shows, since she had gotten out of jail. I'm leaving, I'm leaving. I get out of this country some way. Just unbelievable. I wonder what the Ukraine, what we've given them so far. These old MiGs and stuff. Whatever, is that just like, look over here? Look over here, we're gonna give some fighters. They're not over there. Like, what would be the holdup? Maybe they don't need them. They need like a real nice runway to fly out a jet, right? But they don't need shit to fly out a drone. They have these little kamikaze drones that are small. You know, so some of the bigger drones, they don't need much, 150 feet or something, maybe. I don't know. Looks like a, a regular drone looks like a, you know, glider or something. It just doesn't need, a lot of runway. But the real small drones, the kamikaze drones, they're not big. They don't need really anything. Like, did we give them a shitload of that and they're just like egging Putin on? Like, get them out of it. Like, if they could pull everybody into one area, right? If they had enough to combat them, they could. They'd have to take out 200,000 people almost, or just get them to submit, which would be like there would just have to be this unwavering. It's obvious that we can't win. We give up, and then just take back that area of Crimea and everything, reestablish the border. We don't want you, Russia. We just wanted you out of here. Like, why was Zelensky in his office and making a point of it? Like, live streaming. I swear to God, he was live streaming, talking, and they showed it. I think everybody sort of gets it. Like, he's live streaming, going into his office, and then he sits down in front of the camera and starts to talk. Like, I'm right there right now. Come and get me. And Zelensky's saying stuff that like could just be, it's just like, yeah, he's giving the West shit, of course, because people are dying. Like, they've got children dying and everything, so that could be that's legit. But I mean, like, there's this point where it's just like, what kind of cards is he holding? I know that he's holding, like, we could tell him we got satellites and everything. We could just be feeding them. They're right here. We have, our military is the best in the world. It's a fact. Our equipment is the best in the world. Our generals, our admirals, all those people, they're not sucking up to anybody. If a general here, it's flat out, if you're in the military, you cannot do something that's illegal. It's your duty not to do something illegal. Like, if your commander says, I want you to go bomb those civilians, you're required to, like, not do it. Over there, if you don't do it, Putin will chop you up. And I think he's probably got generals over there. He doesn't really know what to do because they're sort of looking like incompetent. Like, do I fire them or do I shoot them? Like, he's got a problem because it's appearing that they're not as competent. I mean, if I don't know what there's nothing that even works. But Ukraine is like right next to Russia. They're part of the former Soviet Union. There's a lot of people that, have relatives in Ukraine that are Russian. Like, so you're over there and you're like, whoa, what are we doing here? We're going all the way into Ukraine? You would have a morale problem because even if you were like, certainly there's probably kids that are like, whatever, I'm military, this is what we do. But there might be somebody that, man, my grandmother lives here. This sucks. And that would have to affect the person that was even like, well, fuck it, this is what we do. And then your buddy's like, yeah, but my grandma lives in that town. So if the person isn't a psychopath, the person's like, fuck it, I'm military, this is what I'm supposed to do, they might have second thoughts, they might have a serious morale problem. I wonder if they have Patriots over there right now. I wonder if they have a shitload of those kamikaze drones. And I wonder if they're just screwing with them, just come on in. And then just make this like unbelievably, as fast as they can, destruction of the Red Army, which is that's what I'm calling because it's Putin would like that to happen again. Like make it real decisive, get a lot of the Russians to just say, "Hey, look, fuck it. We didn't know what we I'm sorry. Look, I'd rather be a don't send us back to Russia because they'll kill us, but we give up. You know, can we keep us in prison, whatever, until Putin's out of office?" They asked that to the lieutenant colonel and the other two officers, like, "Are you afraid to go back to Russia?" And they were like, maybe, you know, 'cause they would kill him. The lieutenant commander that was saying this, like, look, we're really sorry, man. Putin would have him shot. He would. He had somebody poisoned in the UK. Like he's into poisoning. You know, what's the matter with that guy? I wonder whatever happened to that prostitute. Remember the prostitute that was in like Thailand or something, and was saying that she had information that she wanted to give the U.S., but she wanted to get out of the Thai jail, and the Thais put her on a plane, sent her back to Russia, and then when she's getting off the plane, she looks totally drugged. She can't even walk, and they're dragging her through the airport. Like, whatever happened to her? I'm sure some kind of human rights. You know, she was fucking oligarchs and shit. Like she said she had information on Trump. I think I know that she had information about the oligarchs. I think that she was Deripaska's one of his prostitutes or whatever. I wonder what his wife thought about that. Maybe Deripaska didn't have a wife. I don't know. But you would see her like on a boat, I think, with Deripaska. I think it was his boat, like in the Greek Isles. Like, you know, I'm not. Listen, she's clearly a wreck, right? She's a prostitute, right? But sending the prostitute back that had information, which we could have taken, but you know, Trump wasn't going to be like, yeah, get over there and get her. We'll give her citizenship. He wasn't going to do that because she was going to say something about Trump. So, sort of a shame, you know. So where is that person now? Did they kill her? Because it was suspected that she was like, they're gonna kill me if I end up back there. Which yeah, probably. She was what? How did she put it? Just not blackmail. It wasn't blackmail because blackmail is like something different. It was similar to what Trump did with the javelins that he was holding up for Ukraine. It's extortion. So, something like that. But you live by the sword, you die by the sword, sort of like, I don't know. There's just so many people that like. What about like how many people have been arrested in Russia standing up to this shit? 8,000 in one day, and before that, I was hearing 6,000. Where do they put them? I'm sure you're abused in prison. They were arresting women. You know, they didn't care. I saw a woman being detained with a baby. Young kids. The young kids. I had glimpses of Black Lives Matter. Like that. Like they're just out there, they're doing the right thing, and the cops are like trying to dragging them off and shit. Like they just look like young kids, like 19 or something. Probably get that what's going on because they're computer savvy. I don't, who has internet access over there at this point? I don't know. I heard a statistic that 62% of the people believe, back Putin over there. Like that's a real statistic, but it's not a shock because we have people over here that still back somebody that was horrible, that would have been fine with him, cheating and just staying in office. So is it really a shock that, like, there's a disinformation campaign with that guy, our guy, that's out of office now? Is it really any different? Not much. Glad we got him out of there. I was just waiting for one or two little mistakes. We will be living seriously. Is looking for a way to what? One Sean Bond. What do you think? Oh, there's Clunkin. Oh, what's up, Clunkin? I have my glasses on. What's up? What's up, brother? How you doing? It's true, right? The pigeon. Yeah, everything's good. You know, did you stock up on some iodine in case they blow up the fucking nuke power plant? I would have it. I would have it in that situation because, man, that idiot that idiot was saying that it was the Ukrainians going after their own plant, and then now it's like, yeah, but we got them out of there, and then now we got control of it. What? And they have the people working in the nuke power plant. They're making them work at gunpoint. So, the thought crosses everybody's mind. He's a maniac. He could just like say, "Fuck it, we're gonna do a big, large, dirty bomb." Putin, he don't care about his people. He could care less. And what they do is plausible deniability. They blow up the nuke power plant and blame it on the Ukrainians working there. Who are probably just like as about straight laced as you can get. It's like people that work in places like that are like, it's sold out. Yeah, right. People that work in like a nuclear, that's like doing like air traffic control. Those are real straight ass people. They got a serious job. They're real serious people. They're not slackers. You know, I don't know. It would. I'd be freaked out. I would if I was north. If I was like Sweden or in Finland, even Norway. What a dick. That guy is a fucking douche. My feet are sandy. I gotta go work the dogs. I'm waiting for I need a couple collars to charge. I'm gonna switch to live streaming app. Has some kind of psychosis. Yeah, he's fucking, yeah. Something's wrong with him, clearly. No, I've never seen the Mothman. No, I haven't. Not really. I don't think. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's a fucked up dude. I find it interesting that he won't let the citizens go on Facebook, right? But he's still using social media to put out disinformation. Sell the sand from my feet? Really? I'm wiping it off. Who would buy it? What, on Crude Bay or something? Nobody would buy my sand from my feet. Would they? Maybe. Maybe that could be a thing. I get like a litter box with some sand in it and just put my feet in it. He threatens Sweden a lot now. Yeah. If Sweden wants to join NATO, they should do it. Like just let them do it. Fuck it. If they want to. Oh, Craig says nope. You don't think I should get a sandbox and just like, I'll see it, one Sean Bond. I have to get the sand off my other foot is full of sand. It's like I'm wearing these muck shoes without socks. Not a good idea. I'm gonna put some socks on before I train the dogs. I can't get the fucking private side of eBay sells belly buttons. There's a private side? I didn't even know that existed. But there's like all this sand on my feet. I think we should stay neutral as long as it works. Yeah, probably. But then what if there's yeah, I think you're probably right. Because if there was a serious problem, NATO's going to help. But you might end up like Ukraine, where we can't really help them because they're not part of NATO. And they were in this war, and NATO, part of their charter is that you can't be in a war and become part of NATO. You have to not be in a war at the time, and then you can join. NATO's arm, compare against Putin's. Oh my God. There's a private eBay? When did that start? I didn't know that. That's gross. That's gross. Like Belle Delphine. That's fucking foul. We have in Finland, they fucked up the Russians before. Oh, Finland? Sure. Northern Finland isn't going to accept just watching what happens. Get it? You really? There's a part of eBay that's private eBay that sells disgusting shit. You're making this up. What are the rules? Like, what can you sell? Like, you're saying toenails. Like, I don't want anybody to have my DNA. I typed belly button ring and it came up as belly button fluff. They sell pubes. You're making this up. What, like juices? What, like porn stars sell in private eBay? Is that what you're talking about? It's people like that? That's just fucking foul. Who would want that? I mean, seriously, who would want that? What kind of person would want that? One, I sold my stuff there. Get out of here, really? It's filthy. What are you selling? Used shoes, underwear. Get out of here, really? So there's freaks on there that want your used shoes and your underwear. Private eBay. That Putin tried to say that we should do or not do. He should focus on his own country before he tries to. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. I see some socks. I'm putting them on. The guy left a review. He said he used my hair on his morning. Oh my God. Wow. Do you post a picture so that they know what they're getting? Is that part of it too? Really? And how much did you get for your hair? Or whatever? How much do you get paid? It is disgusting, but I mean, it's an easy way to make a buck, huh? Sounds like work. How much do you make, PL? Do you tell Toxic this story? It's funny. It's funny. It's like that whole Belle Delphine thing. I was like, well, I don't really have a problem with it. I find her kind of gross, 150 for like an inch of red hair. Really? Fuck. And then some guy ate it. Toxic told her to do it. No way. Toxic is so innocent. Toxic would. PL's the bad influence. I mean, and 100 for a used thong. And that's part of eBay? Used bra was like, not really? I agree, PL. It's a great way to make a buck, huh? Did you ever? Oh, I've heard of that. Farts in a jar. It's on private listings. I see. So, is there anything that you can't sell? Like, do you have to like get into the private listings by clicking something saying that you don't care? She was making bank. I'm sure. Um, No, Pat, I don't think we want your toenails. I got toenails too. My toenails are real sweet. Oh, PL seller bathwater for sure. Definitely. You don't want to know what they do with used Q-tips? They want used Q-tips? God, people are fucked up. I don't think you're fucked up for selling it, but you said you have infant feet? Yeah, I do. They're really tiny. People might like my little tiny feet. I have socks on that are like up to my knees now, like they were normal size socks, and then I have to pull them up. They're like over my knees now. My feet are like, I don't know, like about that big, something like that. They're like that big, something like that. No, don't PL. There's a line. Don't cross it. Don't cross into pee and poo. What about poo? Are they selling poo? I don't want to know. I don't want to. Are they? Are they selling poo? I'm waiting, PL. I don't want to go look because I'm sure I don't need to because it sounds gross. They sell poo? They sell poo. Poo in his jars of honey. Not that poo. What about jars of jizz and stuff like that? Menstrual products too. That's too far. Oh my god. Really? Oh my god. I agree, Clunkin. That's pretty sick. Used to sell her used bras on private eBay listings, and yes, she made a lot of money off of the pervert who was into that stuff. If you get I mean, that'll just run you for life, you know. That'll run you for life, sort of. Like, not UPL. I'm just saying, like, um, let's just say hypothetically, I did it, right? My trash is another person's. I agree. Let's say I did that. I'm like, oh, screw it. I'm gonna sell my whatever on private eBay. That would run me. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody would ever want to advertise with me. You know what I'm saying? No way. Although I could sell something like this that I wore for a day or two, right? Sell your beard hair. I guess there's nothing really wrong with that, huh? Peter Kane's, but then they have your DNA and shit. I don't think that's such a good idea. I don't want to sound paranoid, but she posts neck down picture of her wearing the bra in the listing and sell it. Oh, I see. So nobody knows it's you. I see.
Mm-hmm.
How did I just say, uh-huh?
Hello. I don't think we've been introduced.
Why did this just turn on? Siri? What do you want? I didn't turn this on. Did you all hear that? But my phone is like, it was my phone. It was like Siri turning on. I never used that. It was sitting up there. Why would it just turn on like that? Can anybody explain this? This phone, this is my 12, was sitting up here like this, and then I hear, uh-huh. The phone was off. It turned on. Anybody understand this, why that happened? Something connected to it? Maybe the TV. No, it wasn't Destiny's downstairs. There's a TV notification down here. But that was Friday. Hang on. I've seen it happen before though. Oh, like if I go like this, I go Siri. No, it doesn't come up. I wasn't even touching the damn thing. Siri? That's really disturbing. Somebody tell me something here. The chat's not smutting. Craig, you're just saying it's weird? Yeah, it's weird. What did the thing say? Sometimes Google Home will go off and tell me the weather. Yeah, well, I don't have that. Destiny's downstairs. Yeah, it said right? Gotta go to they do this to go redo privacy setting. Privacy. What do I turn off, PL? No, it wasn't Destiny. Apple's always listening? Come on. I see it. It just says like Cameo, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Well, that's real disturbing. I don't know if I like that. I don't even think it's on. Kitty litter. No, it doesn't do that. Kitty litter. No. I don't even have Siri on. I don't know. I'm turning the thing off. That sucks. I gotta go get the dogs ready. I'll live stream in a little bit. Man, that's disturbing. My phone has never done that, you know? Search Google, you will see it pop up on advertisement. See what pop up? Really? I see what you're saying. So just search anything on Google and you're saying that kitty litter is gonna pop. I'm gonna see advertisements for kitty litter. See ya, Craig. See ya. That's what you're telling me. Okay. Okay. No. Just search anything you're saying. Dogs. I don't see anything for kitty litter. I don't even have that shit turned on, PL. I don't see anything. I see down at the I see dog houses. I don't see anything for cats. Nothing. Nothing. Like nothing. I did it with Toxic's phone and she got dildos. Yeah. Siri just doesn't randomly activate. Where's Siri on the phone? I'm turning this thing off. It's a bummer. What's that? It's my secondary phone. Alright, I gotta go get dogs ready. These cops are charged by now. Maybe I'll see you guys out there. I think it's Hey Siri, but I don't use Apple products, so I don't know. I don't know. That's a bummer, though. I'll see you. Settings, Siri, search, listen for Hey Siri. I'll do it later. I'll see you guys. This is bullshit.